Hello, good morning everybody. I'm Dr. Lakshmi, working as an assistant professor in Rljit college. Welcome to my new channel. In this video, I would like to talk about what is communication, definition, process of communication, elements of communication. What is communication? In this session, we have to talk about what do you mean by communication. Communication is an English word. It is developed from a Latin word, communis. Communis means to share. Definitions for communication. Each person has given different definition for communication. First, we have to know about, according to Edgar Dale, communication is a sharing of ideas and feelings in a mood of mutuality. According to the Louis Weigel, communication is the process which changes the ideas, opinions, and attitudes of people by using information, instructions, and decisions and a social system. So each people has given a different way of approaching the communication. So generally what we are going to discuss about the meaning of communication means it is a process of exchanging means of sharing information from one people to another based on their mood, attitude, all these things. Process of communication. What do you mean by process of communication? How does the process of communication working? So communication is a two-way process. As we discussed in earlier, communication is not only the basis of one-way process, it's a two-way process. I mean, for this communication, we need at least two persons. I mean, one is the sender and another one is the receiver. So communication is not merely the transmission of the message. I mean, it is not only the process of sending information. So it also includes how you are going to understand the particular message. That is also very important. In this process, one person is sender and he conveys a message to another person or a group of person who is the receiver. So what we are going to send a message, the other person has to receive. That is called a receiver. So when the receiver gets the message, so how he is going to give a send back or reply or acknowledging means when he understands, then only he can give a feedback or acknowledging. So effective communication always involves feedback from the receiver. So we need a feedback for anything. If you are going to understand any messages, the feedback is also very important for the process of communication. An effective communication is a communication between two or more people where the intended message is successfully delivered, received, and understood. How we are going to understand the message, how we are going to communicating, so what is the acknowledgement, all these things. So for this one, the main process of communication, it's need feedback. So feedback is very essential for the communication. In this diagram, we have to know the noise hinders the communication process, how it is going to impact on the communication. So sender is the person, he is going to send the information to the receiver. How he is going to send? So with the process of encoding a messages. So when he is going to understand the message, then only he is going to interpret the messages. When this person is going to interpret or transmit the message, then only the receiver gets a full information. If there is a lot of noise in the background, what happens? The receiver, he is not understand the message properly. So as per his perception, he understand the message. So for that reason, how he is going to reply in a wrong way. In this process of communication, the noise hinders the communication process. That's why this process is not going in a proper way. So elements of communication cycle. Which are the elements required for the communication cycle? The first element is message, second one is sender, third one is encoding, fourth one is communication channel, fifth one is receiver, sixth one is decoding, and final one is feedback. So first we have to talk about message. What do you mean by message? How the information is to be conveyed for the receiver. That's also very important. Without having any message, we can't convey or share any information to the anyone also. So what do you mean by sender? The person is going to send a messages. So if you want to share any thoughts, feelings, or your knowledge, whatever it may be. So for that reason, sender is also very important. The person is going to send a message to you. So what about the encoding? So this person is going to send a message. How we are going to, the message is going to be formed. How we are going to analysis, that's also very important. That is called the encoding. Then the communication channel, the medium, the which way is processed, either by the television or radio or verbal, non-verbal, how we are going to send a message. That's also very important. I mean, medium is nothing about the channel, how we are going to communicate for a channel. We need a communication channel for the process which must be understand for the two person. So next one is the receiver. So what is the role of a receiver? If you are going to share any information, thoughts or knowledge, feelings, so the other person is also going to give receiving that particular information. That is called a receiver, one who receives the message. Then what about the decoding? So this person is going to how the interpretation of message, how this person is going to understand the messages, the process and everything. So how he is going to analyze the message, how he is going to understanding that particular message, that is also very important. Suppose if you are going to send any messages, the opposite person is also ready to understand. If he is not understanding it proper, then how can he is going to give a feedback? Feedback is nothing about the response or acknowledgement. If I give the information in a right way, if you understand in a clear way, then only can give the information in a right way. So if you are not able to understand the message properly, then how can you are going to give a response or reply or acknowledge? That is also very important. These are the very important key elements for a communication cycle. In this session, we talk about communication, definition, process of communication, elements of communication. Hope you understand all these things. Thank you, my dear English. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.